Hello, 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 hello. How are we doing today? Today I am going to be stepping out of my comfort zone. Instead of doing card making, I'm going to use the Friday freebie papers from the Paper Pause paper crafting group, and I'm going to make a hidden paperclip or two. Right this second, I need to share this video so people know that I'm live. So let me find the video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that little subscribe button and click that little bell for notifications so you know when I go live and you know when I share a video or whatever. Okay, we're going to get this shared. I'm going to share it to Facebook. In the Paper Pause group because I don't know how to stream directly to the group. So let's do it this way. Share in a group. There's a paper pause. Where is it? Right here. And we're going to post it. And we're going to do that again because we're going to share it to our Facebook group. On the Tome and Craft Along group. And then we're going to do it one more time because we're going to do it to my public profile. And then I'll get this project going. Yeah, just to my newsfeed. There we go. All right. So let's close that. There we are. All right. So today we're going to take this paper clip and we're going to make a bookmark with it and some papers. You can make your paper clips any sizes that you would like. These are the freebies that I've printed out from the Paper Pause crafting group. And this was the last week of August papers. I think this would be cute for a paper clip. So with that, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. I usually make cards and things, not bookmarks and paper clips. And so I'm looking. And I don't have a 12 by 12 printer, so I know that I like that for the background. That one right there. For a background, I may pull out a couple more paper clips, but we'll see. And I like that background. And we have this paper. And if you want something a little brighter, there's this one. Or more fallish, there's this one. I think I'm going to use these little guys. And these three. Now, there's no right way or wrong way It's just a matter of hiding your paperclip. It's all on you on how big or how small you want your project to be, really. So I know that I want it to be at least like that wide and like that long. So probably like 3 by 4. So I'm going to take and cut my paper because I want this to be my front of it. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 inches. I'm just going to set this right here. For some reason my eyes don't want to focus. I set them in 3 1/4. Yeah, that's about good. That's good right there. So just going to cut that right there. Set that paper to the side. And come along and I'm going to cut off these white sections. These little white pieces here. Well, that wasn't good. That paper wasn't supposed to crinkle like that. There we go. I remember to hold it here. I'm still new to this trimmer. Alright, so I got rid of all those little white pieces. Let's go ahead and get them in the garbage so I don't end up with another big mess of paper like I had before. And then, like I said, I wanted about 4 inches long. So I'm going to stick that right there on the 4-inch mark, and I'm going to cut that. I want it a little thinner than that, though. So let's put it right on the 3-inch mark. Okay. And then let's take this one. Let's do the same thing with it. Let's make it 3 inches by 4. So I've got my mats for, okay. Now, because I want the paper clip, now I have to decide if I want to use both of these with this or just that. Or do I want just that? And I think I want that because I think I want that as a border. Alright, and I want my paper clip to be a little bit taller. So I know this is 4 inches, so I want it to be like 5 inches tall. Or 4.5 inches tall. So 4.5 inches tall. 4.5 and 4.5 would be 9. So I know that I need a different trimmer because this doesn't go up to 9 inches. I need to pull out my other trimmer. Pull out my Cricut trimmer here so that I can get better measurements. Just go ahead and make sure that there isn't anything in here because that will keep you from getting a good slice. Alright, so I'm going to set this up. Make sure that's open all the way. I'm going to set that up to get rid of the white on here. Sink my blade. I think I need another blade again. Kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is, right? Right. So, I think it's this paper too. I think I bought the wrong type of paper. Oh, I bought the wrong type of paper. This is the kind that always clogs up my trimmer, so I have to constantly come in here and clean that out. you automatically assume that your blade needs changing. It could be your paper shredding and getting stuff caught up inside that little slot. That will keep everything from cutting properly. All right, so let's measure this. This is 8.5. And I want to make my paper clip 4 1/4, 4x4. This is 4, right? Yep. So that one's not going to work. We're going to need this one. And this is why I say this is out of my comfort zone, because I'm going by a wing and a prayer here. I'm not using anybody else's. I watched another video on how somebody else made it, and now I'm just going off my own. Now, if I had 12x12 paper that I was using, and if I could print this out as 12x12, then I could make it a little bit longer. But because I can't, I'm going to have to make it a little bit shorter. So that is right now cut to 8 1/4. So I want to cut that to 8. Cut that to 8. I'm going to save that strip. I may use it for something later. I don't know. And then I'm going to cut it to 3x3 would be 6. This isn't right. What's going on here, Linda? No. It needs to be, let's just do 3.5. Because that'll give us a pretty good little, we can trim it later if need be. So we're going to do 3.5. Measure twice, cut once. That's something I still need to learn. All right, so we have I should actually make this skinnier, and I should make these skinnier. Three and a half by 8. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to cut this. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this to 9. Cut that to 9. And we're going to cut this to 4. And we're probably going to do some cutting, more trimming. And this is going to be a really, yeah, we're going to do more trimming. This is going to be really huge. We're going to cut this piece down to 2.5. Cut that down to 2.5. And we're going to cut this down to 3. And we're going to cut this down to 3.5. We're going to cut this down to 8.5. Take a whole 1/4 inch off of there. All right, so we have 8.5 by 3.5. 8.5 by 3.5, like a slimline card, basically. Which would be a cute slimline card. Then we have 8 by 3. And then we have 4 by 2.5. All right. We have to figure out the halfway marks on these. Let's get our scoreboard out. Like I said, this is way beyond my comfort zone. This is not my forte. These journals and hidden paper clips, these are not really what I do. I am more into SVG, Cricut, 3D projects and stuff. Okay. So I'm going to find the halfway mark on this one. So we're at 8.5. So 4.25 would be the half mark. 4.25 would be half. And that's 8. So 4 would be half on this one. And this one should just fit right in there. Nope. We're going to have to cut that down a little bit more. Probably driving some of you that are experienced with this a little crazy, but what was the measurements on this? 4 inches, right? So I need this to be at 3.25. So I need to take that off. Instead of busting out my trimmer again, I'm just going to cut it like this. Might be a little crooked, but I'll be all right with it. Hi, Janine. How you doing? I was asked to make a hidden paperclip video, and I wasn't able to get it done yesterday, so I'm doing it now. I've never done one before, so, and I'm really bad about following other people's exact instructions per se. So what I'm doing is I'm just lining everything up. I'm lining my score marks up here so I can make sure that these are lined up like that, right? Right. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to find my craft tool. And I'm going to pull my scoreboard back out because I need to know before I cut anything I need to know what the halfway mark on this is. If this is 3 inches, then 1.5 is my halfway mark. And I want to make sure that that's where I'm cutting. Did I score it good enough? Nope, I didn't score it good enough where I could see it. So, is that the one? 1.5. Bring it in here, like that, and then I'm gonna make a little indentation. There we go. Now I can see it. Cool, cool. Yeah, it is fun trying to learn to do new things. It's good every now and then for me to step outside my comfort zone, which is a very small window anyway. My comfort zone is. So to get things created, I have to kind of step out of them a lot. But anyway, so I'm going to come on this side so I can actually see. Because you see how you can actually see the indentions now? So, and I'm just going to take my paper clip right here. And I'm going to say, okay, I know that that's about halfway right there. This is how I work, guys. So I know right about, it needs to be a little tiny bit bigger than the paper clip. So I'm going to put a mark right there. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put a mark right here. I cut through it right there. And then I'm going to come right here on the score line. Because my head's not directly over this, it's hard for me to know that I'm even on my line. And I'm just going to cut right from line to line. And I shouldn't have made that quite as long, but it'll be all right. We'll put something over it so you won't see that mistake. And remember, more passes, less pressure, according to May May, when you're using the craft knife. All right. So now we're going to come on this side because we're going to make, we want all that paper pushed in. We don't want it pushed up here. All right, we're just going to fold that in half like that. We're going to fold that in half. And we're going to set, you know what I did, guys? There, that's going to be cute, right? With this on it. I think so. It's going to be a little wide, but it's going to be cute. Yeah, I do. I wing it half the time. Yeah, this if you join the crafting group, Paper Pause crafting group, I don't know if you're in that one or not, Janine, but they do Friday freebies, and this is, and I'm doing this for that group because this is the Friday freebies paper pack that they gave us, and we just print them out for personal use. We make projects for personal use with them. Just, you should check it out. I'm in it. Dee's in it. Judy's in it. Judy LeBaron, Dee, horsing around with crafts. Several other people are, but anyway, they give out paper. This happens to be this week's. There's a couple others if you're into like doing my words don't want to work. I'm not your I need more coffee. Anyway, all right. So now I need to glue these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my glue. Guys, I cleaned up my table. Janine, I cleaned up my table. And so give me a second. Bear with me while I find my glue. Oh, I found it. You know they say when you clean everything up, it should be easier to find. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make sure that I don't put any glue where this is gonna be. That's gonna be like that. And I want to make sure that there's no glue here. I don't want glue on this. So, because this is a organized chaos, yes. Oh, you don't think so? Oh, what printer do you have? You'd be surprised because they're just light, vintagey colors. All right, so we're gonna do that right now. Did I go up into my? I did. I went right up into my paperclip area, and I did not want to do that. I went a little too far up. I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to take my finger and put it there. And so now I'm just going to set these together. Make sure this is where I want it. Yeah, I don't know anything about HP printers. But I do know, okay, one of these sides is not glued. Why are they both acting glued? Oh, because I stuck a little bit of glue on that one. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do this time so I know not to put the glue there. And I'm going to leave it poked up a little bit because I want to be able to put a ribbon through it. That's why I'm leaving that much space. All right. So I'm going to leave that right there while I do my glue. And yeah, I'm probably using way too much glue, guys, but you know what? I don't have patience for the thin line, fine lines, and all that. All right, we're just going to close that down like that and pull my paper clip out because paper clip's not going to go on there like that. Oh, okay. Every time I touch the glue, I end up getting like I'm feeling like, you know, the feeling that when you use an eraser on a paper, every time I touch this glue, that's the feeling I'm getting in my hands. And of course, it's probably me, probably not the glue at all, but that's the feeling I'm getting with this glue. All right, we need to do this one. Take that back off, Linda. And that's the way it's supposed to go, so I'm going to flip it like this. Cool, I'm glad you're loving how it's looking. I am definitely not a fast crafter, so if anybody is here thinking, hurry up, sorry, I don't hurry, I don't do fast. Nothing about me is fast. Except maybe my mouth sometimes. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Right. Okay. Lined up perfectly? No, but that's okay. That's all right. This is really an easy project, guys. You can even have your children do this. And you notice I didn't need any fancy tools. You needed a ruler, something to make an indentation so you knew where to, a little tiny blade that you could cut out for your kids if you wanted your kids to do this. Let's put this back in here. Some glue, scissors, and a ruler. That's basically all you need. And you know how I use that bone folder thing on my scoreboard, you guys? A little plastic butter knife will work just the same. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper clip And we're going to slide it into this hole that we made. And we're going to make, without tearing the paper, Linda. And this is what I'm going to do to make sure. I'm going to open this back up. I'm going to come back in here. And I'm going to stick my little blade right here to the side like that, just to make sure that the glue didn't get in the way and the papers were not in the way. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of edge it because that paper is getting in my way and I don't want it in my way. I'm really no good at using a craft knife. That's why I love my Cricut. I don't have to think with it. All I have to do is put it in there and let it do it all. Right? Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. It'd be, you know what else would be cute? All right, so we got that on that side now. And then we're going to put this in. Once we get it past this little piece of paper, this part right here would probably take a little help, but you're going to make, oh, you're going to try not to rip the paper like that, like I did. Okay, and then you're going to push it in. And I'm going to push it in just like that. I'm pushing down on the table, and I'm leaving a little space. See the little space? I'm leaving the space to put a ribbon through. Now, that came with this. That paper clip came with this, but I'm not going to use that. Instead, I need to find what I did with the ribbons. I really need to plan these out better. I had some pretty ribbon that needed to go on this. Well, I guess I am going to put that little leather thing on just for show for now until I can find my green ribbon I had. I don't know where I put my green ribbon. Even though there's no green in the project, I think it needs some green. Yeah, I wouldn't let them use the knife either. That's when the adults step in and do some, you know. You could have these things all pre-cut and then have them follow along step by step, and you can pull it up a little if you need to. Maybe I have a piece of fabric or something that I can. So that's the downfall to cleaning your area. There's things that you had on hand right easy to reach. Now you have to hunt for it. And I'm a hunter anyway, so I'm always constantly hunting for things. And then when I move things now, I'm really hunting stuff. I know I have some like fall type fabric. Here, there's an orange piece of fabric. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, guys. You just going to take my pinking shears, and nothing's straight here, but I'm just going to go along the edge here because I don't want it unraveling on me. So I'm just going to go along the edge. And then, of course, it'll make it look nicer. And it'll match it. Yeah, it does match well, doesn't it? I'm glad I was like, oh, wait, I have fabric. I mean, it's not perfect, but anyway, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it from the back through, right? No, I need to go from the front. Go from the front through, because then this piece will come over like that, and that piece will be in the front, like that. Now you can cut them skinny or whatever. You can leave it big, long like that, which I don't know if I want to leave it big, long like that. Push that back in there a little bit more. I think I'm going to cut it just a little bit shorter. At a little angle like a ribbon. There. Little bunny ears. Yeah, I had to. When I was getting into the quilting and stuff, I had to get me some pinking shears because fabric, like, when you buy, especially if you buy inexpensive fabric, when you cut it, it just wants to shrivel, shred. And, when you're on a budget, you got to watch that money. Got to watch that money. All right, so you can add all kinds of things to this, guys. You can add little pumpkins. Like, we could cut a pumpkin out. We can add a pumpkin. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to cut one of these out and add it. I got an idea. It may not work. It may not be great, but we're going to try this and see. We're going to take this tag punch I have, and we're going to see if we can create a little tag. They may be too small to do that, but so I'm going to take this little tag here. I'm going to see if I can't create a little tag with the pumpkin. Oh, I think it's going to work, y'all. Look at that. That's going to be cool. Look at that. Look at this little tag to go on it right there. Now we got to make tags out of all these pumpkins because I didn't know that was going to work. That's kind of cool. I just stamped these out. Now I'm trying to remember which stamp set these are from. I think they're off of an old Brutus Monroe stamp set. I don't remember. And this is a Stampin' Up. Okay, that one's not. Doesn't want to. All right, fingers work. You guys know what this is. It's a punch. That's what it is. All right. Okay. My hands don't want to work today very good. So there you go. Oh, you know what would look really cute on this? In my foilings, in the group I'm in, the Foiling Snobs Club group, which Jenny and I think you're in that group too, aren't you? I participated in a card swap. And one of the ladies sent me some really cool stuff that I think will look awesome on this. Now if I can just find it. Let's see. Is that it? No. That's not it. Was it Miss Brickley? Yes. Miss Brickley did. She sent me, look at this, guys. Little autumn sweater weather. That'll go on there cute too. trying to think, do I want to put all this on here? Or is that going to be too much? I think just these two. I don't want to hide that flower. So we're going to set this right here, and then we'll tuck this in like that. What do y'all think about that? Oh, was there too much drama for you? I every now and then go in and I try. I partake in a card swap or something, and I like to watch some of Tracy Schultz's lives, and then that's why I didn't know half of you guys because I've been in it for a while now. I want to say you're over a year and a half now. So there we go. We're going to add those pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to take us, this needs to be, hold on. We can't just do it. There we go. We're going to take some Crackling Campfire, which is this one, I think. Or is that this one? Yeah, I think that's this one. I think this is the Rusty Hinge. Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to take off the spice. Actually, spice marmalade would match better, wouldn't it? Yep. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go with the spiced marmalade. Now, where did I do? There it is. Or dried marmalade, not spiced. Dried marigold. I can't even get the name right. I think that's what we're going to go with because I know that'll match. And we're going to go on the edges on this. Oh, thanks. The mixed media touches. Okay. So do you know what I just found out, guys, from watching all these other creators? I have, and I think I said it in one of my other videos, but I have had Tombow markers for quite a while now, right? Oh, I laid that down like that. And it never dawned on me that there were watercolor markers. I didn't like the way, they were like my first markers ever. Did not like the way that they worked. I just want this to not be so that white. There we go. I didn't like the way they colored, but I didn't know they were watercolor. Well, now that I know and I used it, yes, the talent is incredible on YouTube. There are so many, but this is where I learned a lot of this stuff from is other YouTubers. But that's what I colored that with. Was my Tombow markers. Like this is the orange. It's I don't even know what orange it is, but this was like a fairy set or something like that. I had bought a gnome stamp 4 years ago or something, and I was wanted to color it, and I got those markers, and I didn't like them, and I haven't really used them. Right. Yeah, I was using them wrong. That's why. It's like, and on the wrong paper. They work great. I mean, it's still, if you get it too wet, I guess it's just because I bought cheap watercolor paper, but this right here, this paper right here, is just cheap watercolor paper from Walmart or Amazon. I forget which one it is, but it's the Carson watercolor. It just, you go on a little outline, then you put some water on it, and then you pull your color out, and It's pretty awesome. All right, now we're going to pop dot this, and we're going to pop dot it only on 3 corners. So we're going to pop dot it right here. We're going to pop dot it right here. And then we're going to do it right here. And the reason I'm doing only on 3 corners, and of course this isn't going to be a bookmark now because I just popped dotted something. So now I've got, anyway, I'm going to set that right there like that, right? And then this can fit in like that. And if I want to add anything in that little corner there, add something there, I can. But I'm just going to add that like that because I think that'll be cute like that. Or do I want it like that? I know I wanted it, I think I want it like that. And I'm just going to glue that straight down. Yeah, it's still a bookmark, but yeah, it's just inexpensive watercolor paper. I'm on a budget. Well, right now I don't even have a budget. I was on a budget when I got all this stuff. Right now there's no budget because there's no income. But yeah, so I have to do things as frugal as possible. As frugal as possible. I know you know the saying, where there's a will, there's a way. So, Miss Julie, thank you so much for the little pieces that you gave me because I love it. So there we go, guys. There's our bookmark. Let's put it on something and test it out. I know I have a book around here. Where's my book go? Here we go. And we have an old ugly bookmark right here that we're going to use it. Yeah, I've been out for a while too. I was a school bus driver, and then I basically had a mental meltdown. So I'm just gonna just to show you guys. Look, there we go, and there you are. There you have it. There's your bookmark, right? And I've been fighting. I am no good at selling. I am no good at selling. I keep trying, like that. You noticed I shared my close to my heart link. I just realized I thought I lost the consultantship already because I had no sales other than myself, and I'm like, I can't keep purchasing stuff there because I was out of money. I didn't realize I still was a consultant, or I'd have been sharing my links. I don't want to be pushing it though, because I hate when I go to other people's videos and they're pushing, 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 pushing. You know, I don't like that. I don't. It's there if somebody is going to buy something and they want to help out a little. It's there. If they can't, I understand. I'm not going to be bringing it up every time I turn around. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be pushing product because I don't like it when it's done to me, and I'm not going to do it to other people. So that's enough of that. Anyway, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? And I like the way it turned out. I probably should ink the edge, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it like that because I think it's pretty just like that. I mean, it would have done a little bit of separation if I'd inked those edges. Thank you. Yeah, I was starting to do that with my sublimation mugs that I make. And But that kind of got on a hold. I showed you those already, right? Like here's a coaster that I made using sublimation. And I don't know how to price things. But anyway, guys, that's how you do a hidden paperclip bookmark. You can make them any size you want. If you have a smaller paperclip, you can make it smaller. I mean, it's up to you. Your limitation is your imagination. That's what I say whenever we're doing anything with our Cricut, whenever we're doing anything. Our limitation is our imagination, guys. Janine, thank you again for joining me. Thank you for hanging with me. And those of you that are watching the replay, thank you. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and click subscribe. If you haven't rang that notification bell, please click that notification bell. Guys, we're at 705 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000. The sooner we hit 1,000, and this channel brings in a little something from AdSense, then I'll be able to do giveaways. I'm looking forward to that day where I can actually, you guys don't have to pay anything, just watch the videos, and then I can give stuff away. That's like my ideal. That'd be cool. So, all right. Oh, I'm glad you love it here. Awesome. I like you being here. All right. So I got to get going. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Janine. I hope the rest of you enjoyed that also. You have a wonderful weekend. It is Friday. So long. Farewell. Bum, bum, be dum, bum, bum, bum.